to stop. And I think if they make this into a track meet with Florida, then it goes in Tennessee's favor.
Look, we haven't seen anything out of Georgia that makes you believe that they're unbeatable. And we haven't seen anything out of the teams in the SEC West that doesn't lead me to believe that this thing could be pretty open.
Tennessee was close last year.
Yeah.
They'd like to take that step this year. Now, Florida hasn't looked great in that opener against Utah, but they have the opportunity. They win this game, they have a 2-game lead on Tennessee.
Well, sounds like a good idea. You still got to get over that hill. Getting almost up the hill is cute. You got to get over that hill. And one thing that Georgia showed us that we don't see very often is that ability to turn it on, have a bad first half, and then come out and just get things running.
All right, prediction time. Who do you have tonight?
Tennessee.
I got to go. I'm going with Tennessee. I think they get it. I'm 5-0 against Tennessee.
You are.
Florida, but I think Tennessee's going to pull it out.
I was going to say, Coach, get it out. You looked like you were stumbling there for a second.
What remains to be seen. We don't know if Florida will back down, but we'll find out. Dan Mullen, Joey Galloway. We'll see you guys coming up at the half. Enjoy the game at the Swamp.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the Southeastern Conference. A new era of the SEC begins in 2024 on ESPN and ABC.
The third Saturday in September, Tennessee and the Gators.
He's going to heave one down the field. It's a touchdown, Kyle Bud!
Steamy night in the Gators swamp. As Steve Spurrier coined this place, it can be deafening and intimidating for visitors, and the crowd hopes to make life tough on the Volunteers tonight. Welcome to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts, in this presentation of the SEC on ESPN. It is the conference open for both Tennessee and Florida. Volunteers haven't won here in 20 years, but this man, the bazooka-armed quarterback Joe Milton, hopes to change that. Can they get the high-tempo pass game clicking tonight? It hasn't really so far in the first two games. A fellow Big Ten transfer, Graham Mertz, settling in as the Gators starter. This is his first really big home game, and he is absolutely revved up tonight. Can't wait for this one, as Mr. Two-Bits, Trey Burton, gets the Gator faithful ready.
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats. Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
So I wanted to go to Dave & Buster's for sports and $5 bites. But I had to visit Gam Gam. So I made a trade.
Trade for $5 bites at Dave & Buster's. You know you want to.
This wasn't no bear. It was like a bear watch.
Dad, what's a bear squatch?
It's a cross between a bear and a sass. It's made up. He's usually sleeping.
He'll never sleep again.
Freedom to move is what this lumberjack lacked. Until he got Duluth free swing and flannel to whack and hack. Now he's a limberjack. Free swing and flannel, only at Duluth Trading.
Every day, businesses everywhere are asking,
is it possible?
With Comcast Business, it is.
Possible to use predictive monitoring to address operations issues?
We can help with that.
Can we provide healthcare virtually anywhere?
We can help with that too.
Is it possible to survey foot traffic across all of our locations?
Yeah, absolutely. With the advanced connectivity.
Year two for Billy Napier, trying to get his guys going and win a rivalry game. It's early in the season, but the Gators already with a loss. You listen to the locals, this is important for this program. Protect that winning streak against the Vols here. That goes back 20 years. Incredible. 9 straight Florida home wins over their rivals from the SEC East. And welcome, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Holly Rowe will join us on the tales we could tell about the Vols and the Gators getting together in this rivalry. Still means a lot to a lot of people. But taking it from the Tennessee perspective, we're going to find out if this team really is a contender, Kirk. They haven't been tested, and they haven't looked that sharp in their first 2 games. Both these teams took on FCS opponents a week ago.
Yeah, but this is where, you find out all across the country. You get into conference play, and it's time to take that next step. And with Joe Milton taking over for Hendon Hooker, huge shoes to fill with the way this offense was humming a year ago. They got to get the receivers, I think, just more of the rhythm and the confidence established. They've missed some throws. They've had some drops. Tonight they got to put it together against a much better defense.
The Vols believe their defense is better. They have a whole bunch of veteran starters. To Holly on the field.
Well, guys, quarterback for Tennessee, Joe Milton, knows a little something about playing football in Florida. He grew up about 3 hours away from here in Pahokee. And like many young people do in that town, he grew up chasing rabbits in those sugarcane fields. He would get about $3 per bundle. But he learned how to beware of gators early in his life, because one time he went for a rabbit, a gator rose up out of the water and snatched it nearly out of his hand. So he knows what it's like down here. I talked to his mom, Deshay. He's the oldest of 7 kids. She's here with all 6 siblings. She said, you be sure to tell people on TV, my son worked hard, and he also came up out of Muck City. We're very proud of this young man.
Love the Gator story. Actual real-life Gators. Well, Milton and Graham Mertz, of course, both guys who faced off against each other in the Big Ten. What do you make of Mertz, who has had good stats, but didn't get the win in Utah?
You and I called that game, actually. It was not a great night for Joe Milton. And I think for Graham Mertz, we called their game just a couple weeks ago. This is a new offense for him. If you've not seen Mertz in this system, incredibly different. We're used to seeing him more often than not at Wisconsin under center. Now it's a mix. He's in gun, he's under center. I really like his look. I think he's more athletic in this offense. They're using him on boots. They've got to be able to run the football to be able to set up their play action game to get him on the edge where he can do some damage. It's a big game, as you say, for Billy Napier. Not just the Gators, but his tenure. He needs some confidence right now.
Of course, a losing record a year ago, back-to-back losing seasons. Yeah, it feels important, as it usually does, in the 3rd Saturday in September when these teams get together. Napier getting his guys familiar with the history of this rivalry, a 45-minute documentary going down through the years when another number 15 quarterback Florida. Different approach for Josh Heupel. He's almost treating it like they're another rival in the SEC, really downplaying that, in my view.
Yeah, different views, different ways of approaching it. Whatever Josh Heupel is doing, it's working in Knoxville. We know that, especially the mindset and the approach. He's got to get his quarterback on fire and get his confidence going early in this game, especially on the road.
Tennessee won the toss. Heupel deferred, so Volunteers will kick away to the Gators, and we'll see Graham Mertz in this offense go to work very soon. Josh Tuberville to boot it away. Trevor Etienne standing at his goal line. Is this the night the Volunteers can finally get that long-awaited win in Gainesville? A couple of excruciating close calls in that 9-game losing streak. It's booted to the back of the end zone, so the Gators will take over at the 25-yard line. So Mertz has a career high in attempts and yards against Utah, but comes up short. He is incredibly excited about this opportunity. There's still a lot of newness for him, but this rivalry in the SEC, he was like electrified really talking about it this week.
Well, you can't blame it. It's cool to see Billy Napier with his head into the huddle there. Mertz coming out for this first drive. You know, there are a lot of Gator fans seeing that 15. A lot of great memories with that number, obviously, in this stadium.
Tebow and, of course, Richardson, his predecessor, also wore 15. Montrell Johnson is the tailback. Can the Gators get this running game going? And already a misfire on the offensive line, which is something that plagued them on the road in Utah.
Maybe it's you and me.
All-star offense, number 76.
I don't think Damian George wants to see us ever again. He had the rough night, a couple of penalties for the former Alabama transfer.
That was probably the biggest takeaway from that game. It's tough to start on the road in Utah, but I think the miscues and the mental errors and Here you are, 1st and 10 at home, and trying to get things going. And biggest thing he said is we got to stay on schedule. That was his biggest key to the game. Stay on schedule, and here they are, 1st and 15.
Kingsley Aguakin, their center, comes back his first action this season on the pop pass. It's Trey Wilson, and the speedster need to get him as many touches in creative ways as they can tonight.
Well, you're looking for playmakers in this Gators offense. Ricky Pearsall, of course, on the edge, but Wilson is that guy. The true freshman can do a lot of different things. Just get him the ball in space and let him make people miss.
And Papatuan coming this way, makes a cut. And is going to be dragged down right near the marker by Elijah Herring, who's stepping in for Keenan Peely at middle linebacker tonight.
He goes in motion, that jet motion, and Tennessee doesn't run with him. So the Gators have the numbers to their advantage there. Early in this game, a couple of these jet sweep looks, both of them, even though they're behind the sticks, picking up some great yards.
Mertz off the play fake. From the pocket, delivers a high throw. Trying to find Caleb Douglas. This front for Tennessee is a problem tonight. They've been very, very tough to block. A lot of speed rushing.
Yeah, that's the strength of this defense is up front. A lot of depth, good edge pressure. You know, they lost some great players, but Tyler Barron proving that he's a guy that is going to be a handful. 9 and 27, James Pierce. Both those guys have great speed. He missed Pearsall on that last play, had him breaking downfield man-to-man.
2nd and 10, Mertz finds a little seam and delivers it to Trey Wilson, and there's a first down up near midfield.
Well-designed play, finds a nice hole on the left side. Watch 3. Just going to kind of sit in that hole right there. Good timing between the quarterback and the young receiver, and right away, Chris, his first drive, very clear that they think that they can get Wilson in space. When you see zone from Tennessee, 3 straight times they've gotten him the ball with room to work.
4 plays, 4 passes for Mertz. And now they hand it off to Johnson, who picks his way for a short game before Tyler Barron wrestled him down.
Really like this plan from Billy Napier, telling us this week how much respect he has for Tennessee's front and what they want to do to try to slow down that front is, you know, his offense, which is screen game, play action, run the ball, make this big defensive line in this heat have to run sideways to try to tire them out.
Mertz on the move. Long throw, sideline catch again by Wilson, who's knocked out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard.
It just shows you how he's in a zone right now. He feels good about this plan. I like the blitz off the left. I love that he sees this open man, coverage sagged, and instead of waiting, he's decisive. Just get the ball out of his hands, and again, give yourself a chance here on 3rd and short.
And Johnson bangs into traffic, reverses field, lowers the shoulder, flag comes out. He is stopped short of the marker. Omari Thomas got in there in a hurry.
Big fella. Boy, he came in with his size, just blew up the Gator offensive line.
Holding. Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Scott Walker, our official.
Aguakin, who's missed these first couple games, really the one leader up front, one experienced Gator offensive lineman that's been missed sorely, comes back. Keep in mind, he's playing with an ankle that's a little sensitive to him, and with that big bull rush that time by Thomas at 320 pounds, it may have gotten the best of him.
Very limited snaps, and suddenly he's playing right in the middle of this offense in a high-tempo game. So it's 3rd and 11 now. Volunteers rush 4. Mertz from the pocket. Rolls out and delivers a sideline route. That's Wilson again. My goodness, he's caught 5 balls in the opening drive. So 1st down.
It's a nice job by the quarterback here. He gets pressure, even though it's only 4. But then again, being decisive shows you that athletic ability on the run to make this throw, and gives that young freshman all hands and fingertips to pull that one in. Great look at it.
These fans have wanted to see the 5-star from Tampa Gaither get more involved. I call this involved. 5 catches in the first.
No doubt.
7 plays. Running left. Johnson bulldozes down for a solid gain before Gabe Lally got him.
If you're a Tennessee fan, you know that the area that this Tennessee defense is trying to improve is the back end. They allowed 290 yards a game last year. It's an area they really have focused on. And tonight they want to prevent the explosive play. Make Florida have to drive the length of the field. Keep everything in front of them.
Both offenses hoping to create explosive plays. They've been lacking so far this season on both sides. Johnson hammered immediately. Elijah Herring again stepping in for the senior starter at that position and stepping up so far.
Yeah, hole opened up and then it closed. Watch the right side how it looks like a big hole, but these linebackers starting to sense, okay, they're going to run the ball, reading their keys, and 44 gets downhill in a hurry. Communication from him will be big. With Peely out, the BYU transferred. Herring has had to step up, and it's not just stepping up and making plays like that. It's making sure everybody's on the same page, and there aren't any busts at all.
Trevor Etienne in the game now on 3rd and 5. And whistle before the snap.
Timeout.
And
Florida.
you can see this opening possession. Napier will spend a timeout here to get things worked out before this 3rd down play when you come back.
Senor Mayor, with this tower, I will make Pisa world famous. And you?
You can see towers like this in Rome, in Venice, in Florence.
But this one's round.
No, I don't know. Maybe a Red Bull will help you see it from a different slant.
Yes, I got it. We'll build it like this.
Perfetto!
Red Bull gives you wings.
Meet my boyfriend, Jake.
What's up, everyone?
What is all over your feet?
Your flowers. I study botany.
Resting dad face back there likes plants, too.
Grab some pruners. Let's prune.
Geico makes car insurance easy.
Enjoy your flight. You too.
As easy as saying the wrong thing.
Me too. Really?
What?
Dad, why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
Do I look like I'm going on vacation, sir?
It's not how airports work, man. You could?
Dad.
Are we leaving or...
I don't even want to go on vacation anymore.
I thought I knew you.
She has hairspray that is over the limit.
With an app that puts your policy in your pocket, it's easy to Geico.
And you're not wearing socks. Get a grip, man.
With Sling TV bringing you the best price for college football on ESPN, you can take your love of the game to the next level, like these guys. The college football you love, the live TV you love.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. And they felt dramatic and fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Opening possession for the Gators. 10th play coming up. They face a 3rd and 5.
And a big thing here, if you're a Florida fan, you know, not only are they moving the ball here, they're eating some clock and trying to keep that Josh Heupel offense on the sideline.
Wilson in motion. Etienne has a handoff. He had a first down, and he's tripped up at the 25. But a quick burst from the sophomore from Jennings, Louisiana.
Great combo block on the left side. Watch 67, the left guard, get up to that linebacker right there. That hole closed in a hurry, but a good feel and a good job of accelerating through that hole. Little eye candy with the jet sweep action. Affect the linebacker, slow him down a bit, and then downhill in a hurry there with Etienne.
McCullough tackled to save a huge gain. Into to him again. He tests the middle and he falls forward for a few yards. Return Omar Lott. Got him.
Chris, we saw them start this drive. A lot of throws, a lot of quick throws. We got a man down. Looks like Norman Lott, the transfer from Arizona State.
Mentioned the depth on Tennessee's front. That'll be tested tonight. They've got a whole lot of guys they rotated in both in the middle and on the edge. There's big Omari Thomas. Looks like the athletic trainer is focusing on the upper body of Norman Lott. You said something important there. You face Tennessee, you want to play keep away from Heupel's offense, and you know, Florida, a lot of high percentage throws, a couple of runs mixed in this opening possession. They were accomplishing exactly so far, but now getting down near the red area, that's another key tonight.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say before we saw the injury, they came out with a plan to get a lot of quick throws out to Wilson, and it worked. I mean, they got across midfield. Now they've been running the football. So I think that if you're not familiar with that Billy Napier offense, that's what he is. I mean, he is a balanced offensive coach. A lot of mixes, a lot of similar play calling, but out of different personnel groups. But he wants to run the football. But you get down in this area, you're going to have to be able to make good decisions from Graham Mertz.
Mertz, who prepares extremely well. He was excited about the plan that the coaches have come up with for this Tennessee defense. He knows he's got to get rid of the football quickly. That is going to be a priority for every opponent at Tennessee this season, where that pass rush on third down can be awfully nasty. So these second down plays become very important. Etienne will be swarmed to the backfield, and they are excellent at invading. Aaron Beasley's been a wrecking crew the first couple of games.
Well, his instincts are what make him, I think, the player that he is here. Watch him start the little hop step. Sees the right there, the instincts to be able to come behind those the polling guard, the tight end. He's able to kind of chase that down from behind. So uses his speed. But really, when you watch him play on tape, it's more about how quick he reacts because of his eyes and his instincts to make plays.
Instincts, great balance, body control. He just the ball finds him and he finds the ball. So that tackle for loss makes it 3rd and 12. Empty backfield. Mertz gets the ball out to the perimeter. It's Wilson again, but he's hit immediately behind the line by Lally, and they'll lose 2 more. Here comes the field goal team.
And because Tennessee pressures the quarterback so well, you've got to just have a play to get the ball out of his hands. They bring a blitz late, but they can get pressure with 4, and all Mertz can do is throw it underneath, a quick throw where you don't have much of a chance. Pick up a few yards to help the field goal attempt, but good job by the Vols defense getting off the field there after a long drive.
So Adam Mahalik to try from 46. It's a swirling wind down there, very evident in the pregame. So all the specialists and the returners will have to deal with that tonight. Mahalik gets an ugly low kick and doesn't get there. Not sure if a hand got on that ball or it was just it came out really low.
Good snap, good hold, bad kick.
Wow. Gators come up empty after a long march.
Introducing IHG One Rewards. 18 hotel brands, 6,000 global destinations, one loyalty program that lets you guest how you guest.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Good choice. Oh, my lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
Not you eating on your daddy's white carpet.
Cut the bull joke and give me one of the wings. Get 8 of KFC's new hot and spicy wings for only $4.99.
You can feel it. A force that moves everything around it. With intensity and power that comes from deep down inside. Full-time fans, your passion is unshakable, and you deserve a reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. 18 hotel brands, 1 loyalty program. Download the app.
Pollock's kick was low, but it looks like Omari Thomas, big interior lineman for the Balls, may have gotten some fingertips on that ball. In any case, 14-play drive comes up empty. And the first possession for Milton amidst all this crowd noise. On the edge, quickly, Jalen Wright out of the backfield. Effective receiver and runner, picks up about 4.
Remember, Joe Milton right now in this offense love to start fast. It's been a little bit of an issue here these first few weeks.
He's slammed to the ground after a short gain. He is right by Cam Jackson on a quick 3rd down here.
Now, this is an offense that is starting to find its new identity without Hendon Hooker, Cedric Tillman, and Jalen Hyatt, of course, great playmakers they had a year ago. Trying to do it now on the road here at the Swamp.
On the edge, right. Can he get there? Yeah, so quick burst of speed. He's around the corner near the 46 and a 1st down.
What a great call there. Simple throw, but you get the running back, motion him out. He outflanks the linebacker, and with an accurate throw in front of him, he's able to catch it on the run and use the speed to get to the sticks.
And another touch. 4 plays, 4 touches for Wright, the junior from Durham. Tyreek Sapp knocks him down.
And every time they convert, the tempo gets ramped up more and more with this Josh Heupel offense. They stretch you sideline to sideline. Look at those formations. Create vertical seams for those home run shots.
Milton schemes downfield. Flip to the wrist. Caught. Then rolling down to the 10-yard line is Squirrel White, the electric slot receiver, and the ball is threatening quickly.
And when you play man coverage, you better be careful. That time, Brew McCoy almost set a screen on this big play to free up Squirrel White. Just a switch release at the line of scrimmage, and the DB could not stay with him.
41-yard gain for the man who has inherited the Jalen Hyatt role. Milton for the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Ramel Keaton and the Volunteers right down the field to draw first blood. That happened fast.
Well, there's Tennessee's offense, right? Everybody's been saying, where's Milton? The receivers are dropping balls. Josh Heupel said, hey, people forget. We had our issues last year early in the year until we started to really get going. This is kind of part of it with a new quarterback and new receivers. And they saved their best here for this first drive on the road in this environment right down the field the way you expect to see a Josh Heupel offense execute to perfection.
Beautiful pitch and catch by Milton there. 9 drops in the first couple of games from this receiving core. Keaton dropped the touchdown pass, an easy one.
And here's that screen that set it up. Look at the job Brew McCoy does. Very tough on that defensive back. Mitchell, a safety, trying to stay with White, so he gets separation. And then they go right to Keaton, who had the big play last year in this game, a turning point touchdown. Here he gets the first score of the night.
6 plays, 71 yards in 2 minutes. 7-zip Volunteers.
What I'm about to tell you is going to be hard to believe. I've been pulled through time, between the past and the present and the future.
Everything is turning to...
That's right.
Around, around, and around we go.
All right, again.
Loki Season 2, streaming October 6th, only on Disney+.
Yo, say, man, this goat done took over our office.
And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for Prime.
Yeah.
Did you just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time.
Aflac.
Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here? Aflac.
Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac
is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Popeye's new sweet and spicy wings don't make sense. Marinated and tossed in a blend of chili, garlic, and ginger, as sweet as they are spicy.
Nice catch. Butterfingers.
Just like my Nana. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
On a Heartbreaking Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
So this is goodbye?
Tech's moving to a new conference.
So we're not rivals anymore? What about our history?
This realignment's bigger than us both, but here, I got you something to remember me by.
Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
0. Like the odds of you making the playoff. Gotta go.
I'll always hate you and your overrated school.
I'll hate yours too.
We're still gonna out-recruit you.
We have higher academic standards.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest-lasting AA battery.
We're all about the WNBA playoffs.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. X-Chair has done it again with our groundbreaking LMX technology, providing hours of infinite comfort no matter where in the world you're sitting. By synthesizing the universe's elements, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience, our mission is to help you discover that every workday can happen with body and mind in an out-of-this-world place of comfort and productivity. X-Chair is charting a new course, helping workers everywhere find comfort as their work worlds zoom back and forth. Even though your work reality may continue to shift, we've got our eye on the future of work so you can focus on the present. At X-Chair, we're gazing ahead. And from where we sit, the future still feels good. Visit xchair.com to find out how you can own an X-Chair for only $20 a month. xchair.com.
So much talk about how far he can throw it, 90, 95 yards.
Right.
Arm strength of a different way right here.
Yeah, he gets pressure on his left. This is the play that set up the touchdown. He's falling back, just really a flip of the wrist. 35 yards downfield to create that big play for the Vols. But he's stepping, actually falling away because of the pressure there from the Gators and puts it right where it needs to be. So it's not always about throwing at 95 yards. Sometimes it's throwing at 35, falling backwards.
That's functional arm strength right there.
Right. It's a good call.
The downfield shots have been a problem. They tried 8 of them in the first 2 games combined, completed 1, and Vols receivers dropped 4 downfield passes. So excellent execution for Heupel's offense there. And a deflating start for the Gators, who had a great drive going. Penalties set them back, and then the ugly field goal. Week 2 of the NFL kicks off tomorrow at 10 Eastern. Sunday NFL Countdown on ESPN and the app. Life after Aaron Rodgers for the Jets. Dak Prescott, Jared Goff also interviewed. Oh, that's not a good sight for Gator fans as Trey Wilson, who was featured so much in the opening possession, caught 6 balls walking to the locker room with that left arm with apparent concern.
I mean, that first drive, you could say the 6 receptions, clearly a big part of what they're trying to do tonight.
Etienne in motion. They fake it to him. Mertz on the bootleg and just has to throw it away.
Well, this is where you want to see how Florida can respond, right? Opening drive, 13 plays, seemed to have Tennessee a bit on their heels. Looked like they were moving good, and they had some penalties, set them back, miss a field goal, and then Tennessee does what Tennessee can do. Offensively, bing, bing, bang, and you're down 7-0. Now you need to have an answer to that.
Ricky Pearsall not yet involved. He comes in motion, the top receiver on this team. With Wilson out, he may be playing an even bigger role to get him the ball on the edge. Jukes shows an acceleration. And Beasley forces him out. 3rd down coming up.
Again, Tim Banks, the defensive coordinator, he is content with giving up these plays underneath. I think the first drive is an example of what Tennessee is okay with. If you're going to dink and dunk and move the ball 13 plays and get in, have to execute in the red zone, we'll play that game. We just don't want to give up explosives. Last year against Anthony Richardson, last year against a lot of people, that was a problem.
Fresh bodies in. It's kind of a hybrid version of the rabbit package. Mertz faces pressure, gets the ball out, and a clutch completion. That's Caleb Douglas, and they move the sticks to the 37.
Really good job here by Mertz. Kind of feels the pressure. Watch his eyes. See this linebacker to his right? He's got 3 receivers and comes back away from that with that beautiful throwing lane, but had to get rid of it quickly because of the pressure up front.
Douglas, one of the few bright spots for the Gators offense at Utah in the loss. Got a touchdown in the second half. Etienne picks his way, follows his block, and bursts still going. Etienne in a foot race, and he'll win it. Touchdown, Gators. How would they respond, Kirk? That's a quick answer.
Yep, and it's the running game, and a good job by this big offensive line. The right tackle, Jamie and George, leading the way on that counter play.
"62-yard strike." They thought they had him contained early in the run. Showed some tremendous patience there at the beginning. And then the burst, and Mahalik continues to struggle tonight. That is blocked again. It was at Thomas again. So the field goal grazed, and now PAT blocked.
The block right here, he's just going to follow him around, but I also want you to watch the free safety who's got to clean this up. It's a nice gain, but as the free safety comes up right here, he's got to make this tackle. You're going to give up 8 to 10 yards, but you can't olay and miss him. Then a missed tackle there by Haddon, and away Etienne goes. This offensive line, good job of pulling. Nice job of picking up that closing defensive end by James Pierce. There's the missed tackle, 2 missed tackles. Etienne, low center of gravity. He's going to run through. If you're going to wrap him up, he's going to run through, just trying to hit him to bring him down.
That's what happened on the PAT. Again, just a really low kick, and that's Amari Thomas. We thought he might have got fingers on the field goal. He got a big arm on the PAT. That's
two. He's 2 for 2.
So D. Williams, senior, back deep, plays smack with the kickoff, and it'll be a touchback. Now, Tennessee's terrible swamp tour since that last win in 2003. Actually lost 16 of 18, and sometimes they haven't been real close, but there have been some excruciating losses. 2015, 2017, they lost back-to-back visits on 63-yard touchdown passes at the end, including Felipe Frank's Hail Mary, and we'll give you a taste of later. So Milton back to work after that electric opening drive. Keeper all the way. Big fella He goes about 235 pounds, picks up a couple.
Well, it's a numbers game in this offense. You know, if they see that you're committed to the pass game, they're going to run it. And Austin Armstrong, one of the youngest defensive coordinators at 30 years old, makes the calls quickly. He's got to get his defense, as coaches say, with his cleats in the ground. And that first drive, they had some issues. 2nd and 9, pitch to the edge, catch made, slipping the tackle is Squirrel White, and the squirrel is loose near the 43. Castell, the freshman, out there one-on-one, has a chance to make a tackle, unable to do so. And boy, Squirrel White looking for that next receiver to be that guy for Tennessee. He's going to be a big part of it. Jordan Castell, true freshman out there. Very inexperienced Gator defense.
Offense, number 15.
A lot of responsibility on a true freshman safety against this offense.
Really is. The communication's the biggest key. This offense, you prepare for it all week, but you know these plays are coming at you 14 seconds. Sometimes, you know, by the time you make a tackle, you start to get lined up. They're already lined up, ready to go.
Gators trying to get set. 1st and 15 after the penalty. And pitch to the perimeter. Right. Muscle back towards the original line of scrimmage. And see here, they're just communicating. Well, look at Gators defense. A little slow reaction. That's what they try to do to you. Just get you out of position. Milton off the play fake. Looking to launch downfield. It's Keaton again. That time he overthrew him. He had Jason Marshall beat by a step. What to defend this offensive style, you got to live on islands. You got to hold up on one-on-one coverage. And also, you just ran 40 yards downfield. You're trying to catch your breath. It's really this defending this offense. Who's in better shape between the receivers and the defensive backs? Because they're doing a lot of running tonight. Hot, muggy night. 3 receivers stacked right on 3rd and 9. It's right with 3 blockers, but the Gators close it down and grab him for a short gain. Scooby Williams, the Sam Byatt linebacker, dynamic playmaker, made that stop. Just a great job by the Gators defense. Jaden Hill out to the outside. He splits 2 balls trying to make a block. He set the edge to that defense. 23, forced it back to the inside where Scooby Williams can make that play. 12 of the 14 punters in the SEC are Australian, so 2 of them tonight. This is Jackson Ross from Melbourne. You can kick it with the left or right foot, what makes it tricky for returners. Pearsall to make the fair catch at the 16-yard line. He's dazzled some of the coaches there, but it's a normal thing. If you play Aussie football, you got to be able to kick going both ways. It does make it tricky because you'll alternate, and the spin is so different. Is that normal? They got a muff from Virginia because the returner had to adjust right and left. So you said Aussie football, you got to be able to do both? You do. You got to be able to kick on the run with either foot. But have we seen a lot of punters, though, in college football doing this? Not a lot, no. But as I said, there are more and more Australians, like 61 punters in FBS. 12 in the SEC? Aussie, yeah. The play fake, it's Jonathan Odom, the tight end. He's a big part of this offense on routes just like that, and they get a first down. But remember that big run they just had, Chris? Now watch the linebackers' reaction to the run coming up to stop the run game, and that's what you want as a play caller, especially on 1st and 10. You get them committing to that run, sneak in a play action on an early down, and you get a big gain. Pearsall takes the pitch. Works his way to the edge and scoots out of bounds. That's a solid pickup on 1st down of about 5. He uses speed there to get outside. Going to keep bringing up Trey Wilson being out up to this point. Pearsall and others will have to step up. Final minute of this first quarter. Game moving quickly. Plays like that are important because it sets up a 3rd down and 5. Daring tackle for the 3rd time tonight.
What do you say, Graham Mertz, seeing him at Utah and seeing him tonight, really good command of this offense. You know, one of the knocks on him in Madison in his 3 years as a starter was his decision making. At times he would just, for whatever reason, throw the ball into coverage and just a bit erratic. In these first few weeks, man, he looks really comfortable in this offense.
He sure does. Looking for somebody on the move here. Pump fake, he just takes off. Oh, he got the defender to bite. And that's what earns him the 1st down on the scramble. Turnage was fooled.
Yeah, and you know, Turnage, the Alabama transfer, goes airborne. But again, this is, if you've watched Graham Mertz in the Big Ten, this is not something you would see a lot of. You know, break and contain, and all of a sudden, boom, right there, Turnage goes airborne, and that's savvy, and the veteran quarterback tiptoes down the sideline for the 1st down.
Give a little point, too. Did you notice that? I got you. 7-6 Volunteers. End of the 1st quarter here in Gainesville. Back after these messages. You're watching ESPN College Football Prime Time.
This just in, got the keys to what you want and what you need. Something new, something sleek, moving to a different beat. Okay, now, can I get a drum roll? Can I get a drum roll? Can I get a drum roll, please? That's nice, yeah. Yeah, can I get a drum roll? Can I get a drum?